Hello and welcome back to Memory at Lightning Speed with a permanent memory sphere and power recall. Memory Course 4, Episode 10, Chain Linking, Part 3. What links those two picture images together? Emotion, visualization, action, exaggeration. You want to exaggerate things because you want to pretend that what an 8-year-old of you would do. What would an 8-year-old do? They would make fun of it, right? This is how they remember things. They use their imagination. So let's do that. Instead of talking about it, let's do it together. Hydrogen. If I say hydrogen, what would you picture? If I say hydrogen, what would be the first thing that comes to mind? You know, Achim, I don't know what hydrogen is used for. Here's the thing. If you don't know what hydrogen is used for, then have you ever used the game called Pictionary? Pictionary. It is where you have a place where you can write like a whiteboard. You have teams and you look at your card and you have to get them, the teams to say the words that are on that card. Like you have to draw it and then you draw a picture because we communicate in pictures. So for example, if I would draw something here about a movie, okay, is it a movie? And they say, and I say, yes. And then they say like, I have to get them to say breakfast at Tiffany's. Then I would draw bacon and eggs. Do you remember these hand symbols where we placed bacon and eggs? And then I get them to say breakfast, right? And then I would draw a jewelry box. Ah, breakfast at Tiffany's, right? Because we think in pictures. But if I didn't know what something looks like, I just draw an ear, that little ear. And what does an ear signify? Sounds like. So if you don't know what hydrogen does, what these technical words are that we need to remember, just come up with something that sounds close to it. So what sounds like hydrogen? Hydrogen. What would remind you of that that's close enough? Because your true memory knows what it is. But you just need something that's close enough to remind you of. Some people say, Achim, hydrant. Hydrant sounds like hydrogen. Great. We forgot what that element was. You wouldn't say carbon, right? Because it is hydrant, hydrogen. Very, very close, right? So I want you to picture a fire hydrant in front of you. Now, what is the next word that you need to remember? Helium. Helium. When I say helium and we are playing Pictionary, what would you draw a picture of? What would remind you of helium? And you're like, Achim, helium balloons, obviously. Yes, that's great. So what's the next part? You have an image of each of them, and now you're connecting them together. So imagine a fire hydrant tied to a fire. These helium balloons are tied to a fire hydrant, and you make all the balloons your favorite color. Maybe the balloons are so big because we remember everything that is exaggerated, that the balloons tear the fire hydrant from the ground and it goes straight up into the sky. Thank you.